Great opportunity on a beautiful midwinter's day on a river in New South Wales somewhere to have a play with the range of the new Rio Gold lines. So these are an addition to the Gold range. And I'm down here on a river with my good mate Steve Peach. We're going to string them up through a Sage R8 and see how they go. These are all 6 weights. These 3 here, 1, 2 and 3. And there's a 4th line here, a little addition to the package that I ordered because I'm really interested in this particular line for Australian conditions. It's not new, but it's new to me. So this is the first of the lines we're going to be casting. And Rio described this as the ultimate multi-purpose fly line for the angler with a dry fly focus. The head is 47 feet long, has a long back taper which should give it great stability in the air. And the colour is a good moss green at the front with a brighter yellow and a white running line. So I'm thinking this is great clear water dry fly line. Let's see how it goes. We're going to cast this line at various lengths on the R8 in a 6 weight, starting short just to get a feel of what it's like. I reckon their description of being a classic dry fly line is spot on, absolutely spot on. Cast beautifully at that range. Turns over, I've got 12-foot leaders on, a Rio 12-foot leader. A little longer. Absolutely lovely, lovely line. Yeah. Have a throw, Peachy, see what you think.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, to me, a dry fly line really should excel at that shorter range. Mm-hmm. That's really where you're going to be doing most of your dry fly fishing. Yep. I think is in that 30-foot kind of mark.
Yep.
Around there, and I think this is beautiful. It's got a nice sort of long taper to the head.
Yep.
Hasn't it?
It carries a bit of weight forward. I was looking at the taper shape.
Yep.
But at 47 feet long, it's a very long head.
Yep.
For a standard dry fly line, but it has a long back taper, which means it should cast reasonably well at distance as well.
Yeah, well that's right. And look, most of the time, I think you're not going to be fishing dry flies all the way out there. No. In most situations, but it is nice to have that ability to reach out. When you do need to, when you have that situation where there's, you know, you're at the back of a pool, it's deep, you can't wade up to the head, you can't get access any other way, and you need to be able to make that longer cast with a dry fly. It's nice to have that ability to do it.
I'm also thinking of the lake fishermen, you know, Tasmania and down in the Snowies, just working the 20 to 50-foot edge with dry flies or smaller nymphs or smaller streamers. Beautiful line for that. Beautiful line.
Absolutely.
Assuming you're using a floater.
Yeah.
I think the Tassie dry fly anglers are going to love it. Absolutely love it. Let's see how it roll casts. I think it's a very, very underutilized aspect of good fly casting.
So at shorter range, to me, it sort of casts okay. I think when you reach out a bit longer with this and try to roll cast it.
Just do a deadline roll cast rather than a...
switch cast.
Let's
I think it's going to struggle at those slightly longer distances.
I agree,
So...
That's the shape of the taper. It does carry weight forward in the head. Okay, if you have a look at the taper design, it does carry a bit of weight forward. It has a 5 to 6 foot front taper. But the profile, that roll casts beautifully at that range.
At 30 feet, I think it roll casts nicely. If you're wanting to do longer roll casts, then it's probably not
ideal.
The ideal line for
Perhaps one of the others could be better for that.
Yeah.
Let's just see how this goes at a little bit of distance. There's the back of the head there. One twig in the water, I've caught it.
Beautiful.
Yeah. It'll do the job.
Yeah.
The line we're going to cast next is the Gold XP, multi-purpose, described as multi-purpose. Now this is half a line weight up at 30 feet, and the ultimate multi-purpose line for the angler who fishes subsurface flies just until the hatch begins. So this is a real all-rounder. Very interesting to see how this goes. The head itself is 42 feet long, so not as long as the Gold Standard, and it carries its weight forward in the head more than the Gold Standard. Being a multi-purpose line, I'm guessing it's designed to throw slightly bigger flies, dry droppers, big wall indicators as per New Zealand. Probably a great New Zealand line.
Yeah.
You know, maybe 2 tungsten beadhead nymphs.
Yep.
And a big strike indicator. At short range, oh man, it's got this R8 just singing. Beautiful, beautiful. Bit more lines, that's the 30-foot mark. Oh. So it's sort of more my kind of line from all those saltwater days of really using a lot of heavier lines. Yeah, lovely, lovely. Absolutely lovely. Bam. Bam. How does it roll cast? Just a dead line roll cast. See how we go. I didn't really pick that up. Come a little shorter. Only just. Switch cast. Yeah, it flies there.
Yeah.
It flies with a bit of mass out the tip of the rod. No problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a real all-rounder, as they call it, an all-rounder.
Yep.
And that's what it is. They've done a great job on that line. See what you think.
Yeah. Yeah, so obviously I think the shorter head is probably going to load up a little easier.
Yep.
Than the 47-foot head, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, it's lovely at that range, and look, it's still got some delicacy. It's certainly not a line that you couldn't fish dry flies on.
Nope.
You're just going to need to present a little bit
or
a little bit more
change
gently.
your leader, you know, a longer leader with a finer tippet.
Yeah.
A longer leader, get a better presentation.
Yeah, but I think, you know, for those applications where you're wanting to cast a little bit more weight, things like dry dropper, you know, more wind resistant flies, that kind of thing. Yep. This is going to be really nice, isn't it?
And certainly streamers.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be a good sort of all-round line.
That's it.
Isn't it? I think whereas perhaps the Standard Gold is a little more of a dry fly specialty line.
Absolutely.
Let's see at that kind of distance, yeah, it roll casts quite nicely. Certainly at that range, and you know, if you're wanting to get out and be able to switch cast it a little bit, it's got that little bit more mass. Yep. In the head to be able to sort of put it out there a little bit, doesn't it? Yeah. Beautiful. Lovely line.
And for those blokes with testosterone who like to throw far, or those casters, let's see how it does with a bit of distance. Yeah, not as nice as the longer head.
Yeah.
Tends to wobble around a bit in the air.
Yeah.
Certainly the longer head, much sweeter with a long back taper.
Yeah, it's going to be a little more stable in the air, isn't it?
Yeah.
You certainly, you know, in most situations, I don't think you would ever need to cast longer than that for trout fishing.
No. The Gold Max is a different line altogether. Just looking at the taper on the box here, the taper design. Now this is a full line weight up at 30 feet, and it carries a lot of weight at the back of the head. The head length is 37 feet long, and it's described as the ultimate multi-purpose line for the angler who has more tungsten, rubber legs, foam and heavy weighted material in their box than anyone else. Sounds like a really interesting line. I'm interested to see how it's going to roll taper with the weight distribution in the head of this line. It also looks like a very interesting line. Could be a new favourite. See, at that range, it's very delicate because of that long, fine front taper. Now here's the mass here. This is the fat line at the back of the head. Once I get that out, things are really going to change. Oh yeah. But you know, it really doesn't feel like it's a line weight heavy. It simply does not feel like that at all. It does now that I've got all the green out, all the head out, but that's 37 feet. And now it starts to feel heavy. I think the absolute, this is another all-rounder. And I think the roll casting aspect of this is going to be where it really comes home. You know, the single hand spay casting. But as an overhead line, it's still lovely. It's still lovely. It really starts to feel heavier when you've got that whole head out. So tell me what you think, Steve.
Yeah, I tend to really like these styles of tapers, personally, to cast. I think the Rio Predator has a similar sort of taper design to it, doesn't it? A rear-weighted spay style head.
Yeah.
And, you know, as you said, it works perfectly nicely as a dry fly line in close, doesn't it? It's got that lovely delicate head. Yeah.
That long, fine front taper just really puts a fly down gently.
And when you do want to reach out that little bit, it's certainly it's very nice. You know, it's a really lovely casting line. And the roll casting aspect, as you said, is just beautiful to sort of single-handed spay cast like that. Beautiful. Absolutely lovely. Absolutely lovely. I really love these styles of lines. If there was anything I'd say that perhaps it might struggle with a little bit, it would be with heavy or bulky flies, perhaps because of that fine taper. So it might be a slightly more difficult line, say for indicator nymphing or something like that. But I think for most purposes, for general purpose trout fishing, absolutely beautiful. I love this style of taper. I really like this line. I think it's probably my personal favourite of the three so far.
Is it? Is it? Okay.
I think so.
I'm sort of favouring the middle one.
The XP?
XP, yeah. I'm favouring the XP.
Yeah. I just love the way that this spay or switch casts. You know, it's just...
That's lovely casting.
Beautiful.
Yeah. And then... Yeah. It flies.
Yeah.
Particularly once you start to get a bit of line out.
Yep.
Got to work on that overhang point. Yeah. And then, as a distance line, with the shorter head, probably not capable of holding as much line in the air, and you can really feel it at that range, but it still flies. I could see myself using this lock styling. I use the single hand spay line a lot for lock styling. Using a wide arc, an open loop, and long leaders. And that, I think that's really going to turn them over. I don't know. What do you think?
I certainly think so. Like for if you were, say, fishing wets or nymphs, a team of nymphs or something like that for lock styling, I think it'd be lovely for that. Possibly for streamers or for like bung indicator fishing, you might be better off with the XP, with the more forward-weighted head.
So it's extremely difficult to recommend one of these lines in a preference over the other. I mean, on this rod, they all cast very, very well. but put them in a fishing application,
Yep.
and things are going to change again. I guess it's up to those who are interested to put the 3 of them, if they can, if there's a shop that has them available, to try each of them on their rod. Failing that, I think the examination we've given them and the information we've given is pretty true and accurate. So if you're a dry fly fisherman, the Standard Gold is probably the line for you. If you mix your fishing up, the XP is a lovely line, probably my pick of the 3. And the third line, the Max, the Gold Max, yeah, it's a beauty. It's a beauty. Thinking of applications for it, this is my kind of lock styling line. I have no fears about using it as an all-rounder as well. You know, it has that broad range of application. Whereas the Standard Gold is not going to be able to throw big indicators and a couple of heavy flies. You know, the middle one, the XP, is more your all-rounder in my view.
Yeah.
What do you think, Steve?
Yeah, I think so too. I think that this line and the XP are probably both good all-rounders.
Yeah.
For me. It's more, I would favour the XP more for that sort of heavy indicator nymph style fishing, or streamers perhaps.
Yep.
Whereas I think this line as an all-rounder probably leans more towards dry flies and smaller flies.
Yeah.
But it has that beautiful roll casting, spay casting ability, which to me is really nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, horses for courses, you know, they're all great lines.
Yeah, all lovely lines, lovely lines. Okay, we've got one more line to talk about and show you. That is, although it's a gold line, it's not part of this new lineup. It's an older line, it's been around for a while, but I think it's probably of great interest to Australian fly fishermen. The ring-in on this lineup is the Dog Days Gold. It's been around for a few years. It has a 47-foot head. It's a fairly standard taper. I'm thinking of this very much as a dry fly line. I'd be interested on this pretty chilly day, you can see we're well rugged up, pretty chilly day, how it straightens out, because it is designed for midsummer fishing. It's designed for the heat. I can see one of those hot days up at Yucambine in midsummer with a midge hatch on, and this thing just being brilliant for those circumstances. Also, carp fishermen should take a lot of interest in this line. Let's see how it casts. Surprisingly, on a day like this, it's almost a tropical line. It's made for the heat of summer, so it doesn't go really limp. However, what really surprises me is that it is straightened out beautifully. You can see it's a bit coily there. Just hold that for me, please, Steve. So it's a little bit coily there, straight off the reel. I'll give it a stretch, has a low stretch core. It's straightened out beautifully. As a casting line, it's pretty standard. Small flies, I would say, dry flies, summertime dry flies, hoppers, things like that. But where I think this may really shine is in the midsummer carp fishery. You know, those really, really hot days out in the central west and in southern Queensland, temperatures up in the mid-30s. That's where this line is really going to excel. And that's why I got one for myself, specifically for midsummer carp fishing, when the fish are right up in the edges. Casts are not necessarily long, but you've got to be very accurate. And I think this is going to be superb for that. Tell me what you think.
Yeah, well, it's quite surprising that, you know, this is what, I think the water's about 10 degrees at the moment. We're not in the middle of summer here, but the line is still, you know, it's certainly not, you know, tangly or coily or unmanageable or anything like that, is it? No,
not at all.
It's lovely. It's lovely. I think this will make a great warm weather dry fly line as well.
Yeah.
And we've got a lot of warm weather trout fisheries here in Australia.
Yeah.
So I think this is actually a great choice as a dry fly line for people, particularly if you're somebody who mainly goes fishing in, say, the summer holidays or something like that.
Yeah.
And I don't think that this line is actually going to have too many problems with the kind of cold conditions, at least that we get here in Australia.
Yeah, this is midwinter.
If you were
there was frost this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you were getting down to sort of sub-zero or very low single-digit temperatures, then, you know, perhaps it might be a little more coily, but it's certainly in the middle of summer. It's going to save you from having that sticky sort of line that some of the cold water lines, when you get them into warm temperatures, they start to get a little bit sticky.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think this is a great line, especially for Australian conditions or for
especially
warm
for
water
Australian
trout.
conditions.
Yeah. It's lovely, and look, it casts beautifully. It's pretty similar taper to the standard gold, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
They only make it in a 4, 5, and 6.
Yep.
Which sort of precludes it from the maybe the native fish midsummer. I think you want a different line for that, but certainly for carp and midsummer trout, absolutely perfect.
Yeah, beautiful.
May also work as a 6-weight Christmas Island bonefish line.
Yep.
You know.
Yep. And it roll casts sort of decently, probably at that 30-foot range.
Yeah.
It's not a long distance. It's not a space tile taper.
Yeah.
So probably not the easiest for really reaching out longer, but certainly at those trout distances.
Yeah. Yeah.
It roll casts nicely. Yeah. Beautiful.
Okay. Thanks, Steve.
Thank
Good
you.
stuff, mate. Very interesting. Always value your opinion on these lines because you fish such a diversity of trout fisheries and styles, and it helps me form a picture of where they fit in. Appreciate your help very much.
Oh, you're welcome, mate. That is a really nice line.
It's a really nice line, yeah.
And it actually
look at that.
Spay casts pretty well, doesn't it? Considering it's not really a spay taper as such.
Nope, not at all. That's that long head.
Yeah.
That long head that gives, once you get a bit of line out, you've got a lot of stability there.
Yeah.
And reasonable mass behind the rod tip.
Yeah. Yeah, lovely.
Yeah, lovely. How does it go with distance? With that 47-foot head, it should be absolutely fine. Yeah, no problem.
Lovely.
No problem.
Yeah, beautiful.
All right, great. Thanks, Steve. Thanks for watching.